I built out the engine on my XR150L and now it's stupid fast. So let's compare how much improvement we're actually seeing and discuss if it was worth it. So here's all that I did so far, and it wasn't actually much. I started off with my stock but mildly uncorked and jetted 2023 XR150L. I ran a simple drag race measurement on the flattest no traffic road I have around me, but it happens to have a slight grade to it, so I ran it in the upwards direction. We can see that the mildly uncorked and jetted XR150L achieved 0 to 59 miles per hour in 36.1 seconds. But never reached 60 miles per hour on the slight grade. Next, I opened up the exhaust by bolting in a CRF230F OEM spark arrestor that I had lying around, minus the sound baffle. Compared to the original setup, the bike with the modified exhaust ran 0 to 59 miles per hour in 38.3 seconds. To 60 miles per hour in 41.3 seconds and maxed out at 61 miles per hour. Next, I installed a 68mm or 208cc big bore piston and so-called stage 2 cam from SX Parts. I did have these parts WPC treated before installing them. The bike with big bore, cam, and exhaust mod ran 0 to 59 in 12.4 seconds, nearly 3 times quicker than where we started, and ran 0 to 60 in 13.4 seconds, just greater than 3 times quicker than with the exhaust mod alone, topping out at 70 miles per hour where it feels and sounds like the valves are starting to just barely float from the aggressive cam. Next, I upgraded to a 26mm OKO carburetor. The bike with carb, big bore, cam, and exhaust mod ran 0 to 59 in 11.7 seconds, greater than 3 times quicker than the original run, and ran 0 to 60 in 12.2 seconds, greater than a full second quicker than with the original carburetor. It still topped out at 70 miles per hour, where the valves still seem to be just beginning to float. And that's where I stopped. Even though there are many more modifications that could be made to this bike to make it even faster, it had already reached the point of stupidity, where the power is like a light switch, the tiny wheelbase becomes violently unsettled from that power, and just in general, the amount of power coming out of the little thing, especially in the first few gears, is starting to become a detriment to the off-road rideability. Simply put, any more power would be just going too far for my needs on this little bike. All I really wanted was for the bike to feel twice as powerful, which is generally pretty easy to accomplish on little low-end machines. Instead, what I ended up with is something that is most definitely literally more than twice as powerful and feels rather unhinged off-road. It also struggles to run on pump premium fuel, which is only 91 octane out here, so I've been needing to use octane booster to avoid knocking when the bike gets hot. Therefore, what comes next is actually to detune this setup and find a more balanced setup that is torquey, offers some excitement, but remains forgiving off-road, while avoiding valve float and pre-ignition. Most likely, I'll be reducing the compression ratio of the cylinder and switching down to a milder cam. Ultimately, was it worth it? Well, all of these parts were very affordable, and they clearly resulted in massive gains when combined, which makes me want to say yes. These parts are worth the money, but there are some intricacies with each of them that would determine if they're going to be worth it or even suitable at all for someone else's bike. And those discussions are a bit outside the scope of this video, so I'll probably have to throw up some individual videos on those discussions and let you decide if you want to watch them.